Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Rolka. I want to thank you for checking out my video. I did a quick tip, which was like 9 minutes long, so it's kind of not entirely quick, but you get the idea. It's meant to be a short hit on things that you can do to focus on, like 1 or 2 items to really focus on, to work on your musicianship. And it was about the things that you can do while you are not practicing singing that will make you a better singer. And I interpreted that as better musician, because singers are also musicians. We're not just singers, we are musicians too. And so all the different skills that musicians learn, I feel we should learn as well. And in that video, I talk very specifically about reading music and developing a functional ability to read music. But I never actually told you the real tip behind that about reading music. So this is going to cut right to the chase regarding an easy way to read music that I think we can all do, and with a little bit of practice you'll get really good at it and you will be able to read music very easily without much ado about the whole thing. Thank you if you've chosen to subscribe. If you haven't yet, I hope that you will do so now. If you are on my newsletter and you liked it, you'll have to sign up again at jeffrolka.com because I deleted that whole email list. Oops. Anyway, if you weren't on that list before, if you go to jeffrolka.com, you can sign up now. That also gets you instant access to my free online fundamentals method, the AAA method, which I feel very happy about and generally speaking get really good feedback on. So I would encourage you to check it out. There are other ways to support my channel. Those are in the description. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. That is the key. And I want to tip my hat. If I didn't do it 30 years ago, I'm doing it now, to Leonard Shem. Thank you so much. He was my band director way back in the day and insisted that we as musicians needed to get those 7 letters back to front just as quickly as possible. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. And the reason why is because that order, alphabetical order, is in fact how the staff is organized. Let's have a look. Now, yes, there's all sorts of mnemonic devices like every good bird does fine and things like that, and face. And while that can be helpful in terms of memorization, it pulls apart the fabric of what we're actually learning here in terms of the order of the staff. The staff isn't broken down that way. It's a sequential system that happens to be in alphabetical order. And if we look at it, you'll see that it lines up really nicely for us. And as we go up, we go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And as we go down, we go G, F, E, D, C, B, A. So in the other video, and there's a link on screen, in the other video, I mentioned that the treble clef, which is the clef that we predominantly read in as vocalists, unless you're a really, really low voice, then you might get the bass clef too. But we're going to read a lot in that treble clef. Even if it is the bass clef, this rule still applies because it just crosses over onto the bass clef staff at middle C. So that scrolly scroll in the treble clef circles the G line. I was very adamant about that in my video. And the reason why I was so adamant was because that's your jumping off point. From there, you're at G, and if you go up, the space is A, the line is B, the space is C, the line is D, the space is E, F, G, the first ledger line, repeat. A, above the ledger line, B, and so on and so forth. And if you go down from that G, G is that line there, the second line on the staff, the space below it is F, the line below that is E, the space below that is D, the ledger line below that is C, right below the ledger line is B, and so on and so forth. The whole system is organized that way. So in what I mean by functional ability to read music, all you really have to be able to do is remember A, B, C, D, E, F, G, G, F, E, D, C, B, A. Look at the note that's on the staff. Figure out where it is, how many spaces and lines it is, or just identify the second line where the scroll, and you don't really have to do that much identification because the scroll scrolls right around that second line. And then from there, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, so on and so forth. And that will do so much. Now, I also mentioned in that video that making the correlation between the notes that you are singing and the notes on the piano keyboard was advantageous, and I stand by that. I think this is very advantageous for us in terms of understanding our vocal ranges, our fox, the span of notes that we have, and how melodies will work within those spans or will challenge us to learn more about how to extend those spans, in other words, expand our range. Middle C is the C that is on the ledger line right below the treble clef staff. That is one ledger line below the treble clef staff, and it is one ledger line above the bass clef staff. And that is your quick tip. I might be 30 years late, but Mr. Shem, I want to tell you how much I appreciate that. It's served me well for all these years, and I still think about it every day. So thank you, sir. For all the rest of us, I hope that you find this helpful. Take really good care of your voices, enjoy singing, and hopefully we'll see you again. Bye.